remember, this is a book tour. I don't normally travel this way. This will ruin my image as a man of the people. Writing a book is one way of educating people, but talking on a book tour in the media about the book is another way of educating people. So even if they don't buy the book, you actually have an opportunity to talk to them through television, through radio, not as detailed or as fully as you can in a book, but nevertheless you have a crack at educating them. My signature on this book on eBay actually makes the book worth less on eBay. This is my my Joan Rivers moment. Have you seen that documentary? And don't worry about this. This is my Boswell. This is my Joan Rivers. I miss Washington. All of the codes that are used.
Oh, you can still trot it out. Come on.
I've seen Washington for 40 years. I came here for the first time in 1967 as an intern for Robert F. Kennedy. I worked in the Ford administration, the Carter administration, the Clinton administration. I've been back and forth. And what has changed in Washington? Money.
Robert Reich is my main client. He's probably in here 3 or 4 times a week, either radio or TV, and we like him a lot.
Most of our summer vacation will be short weekend trips near home. We're economizing, and we tell ourselves by not using all that fuel for travel, we're helping the environment. One trip, though, will require air travel, and apparently the airline is charging extra for carry-on bags and considering additional charges for especially heavy check baggage. Let me in. Economists would approve. Heavy bags and suitcases add to the costs of carrying us from one place to another. Now, I figure that even by this logic, I'm still a good deal. See, I weigh only 125 pounds. I mean, come to think of it, I also take up less volume. I'm not even 5 feet tall. My whole carbon footprint is way smaller than average.
Have a nice time here in the Washington, D.C. area, or wherever your travels may take you.
Writing a book and then selling, marketing, book tour is exactly what I do in the classroom in terms of engaging in a kind of process of teaching. Let me just start by saying that the whole issue of redistribution is fraught with ideological pitfalls. People either hate the idea of redistribution or they love the idea of redistribution. In America, more than other countries, feel that they don't particularly support higher taxes at the top because they themselves hope and expect that one day they will be at the top. People at the top emerged better off than they were before. But average working people are worse off. Their savings, their homes, their jobs, everything is now in jeopardy.
If you're ready to go.
Okay,
Right,
you do need this in my ear. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, see you in a moment.
I'll see you here.
Bye. The middle class in this country, and I'm talking about the vast majority of Americans, basically are where they were 30 years ago, adjusted for inflation. There's been no real change. All of the growth in the economy, where did the money go? It went to the top 1%. Brian, I'm not calling for tax increases on the wealthy. That's not the centerpiece of my book. What I am calling for is a reorganization of the economy that will grow the middle class, that will widen the circle of prosperity. A smaller share of a rapidly growing economy is better than a bigger share of an economy that's essentially dead in the water.
It's trickle-up economics.
It's trickle-up economics. May I quote you on that?
I think I got it from you.
Oh.
Secretary,
Hello.
Reich, star of Marketplace.
Well, I'm delighted to see you.
Great to see you.
I was on a television program, and the director was in my ear, and we came to the station break, and I said, everything okay? She said, be angrier. I said, I just don't believe in that. But I lost my temper with her.
Easy, former Secretary of Labor Reich. You're killing him.
This summer, Conan O'Brien and former Secretary of Labor Robert Reich are Detective Conan O'Brien, and Detective former Secretary of Labor Robert Reich.
Oh my God, it's former Secretary of Labor Robert Reich.
That's right, Viper.
You're the man behind NAFTA.
That's right. Under Bush, millions of jobs have been lost. Most people have seen their economy and their own personal income go down. There are structural shifts happening in the American economy that have been going on for years, but the Great Recession marked a kind of a point where that, I use the analogy of tectonic plates and earthquakes. It is as if you had pressures building up over time, and then you have an economic crisis. Recession over, pain remains. Well, the recession technically was over in June of 2009, but that is a huge joke. I mean, it just shows you how out of touch the normal economic measures are with what is happening in the real economy.
It still feels like a recession.
It is still a recession. Believe me.
I do.
How many of you feel better knowing that the Great Recession ended? The Great Recession lives on and has mown down almost everything in its track. 3 years ago, I was 5'10". I'll tell you what, sometimes things have to get a little worse before they get better.
Oi.
Now, yes, well, the oi is right.
I say in business.
Because the danger is this kind of demagogic, reactionary stuff. But
And it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy to blame. It's easy. Politics of resentment is easy. I was Secretary of Labor. I spent 4 years battling Bob Rubin behind closed doors.
Oh, there's the problem. You should have done it in front of everybody.
I was wondering how we could translate your economic policies into political ideas that could sell during the elections coming up, not just in the midterms, but the presidential election. It's all in the book? Okay.
It's all there.
I really enjoyed Super Capitalism.
Oh, good.
I'm a musician, and actually it inspired me to write and record a song, and I wanted you to have a copy.
Oh, you are so kind.
It's track number 10.
That's
Called
fabulous.
Brave New Day.
How are you? Oh, I'm always watching you on TV.
Oh, so what are you doing? Still doing labor?
Still there, sir.
23 years.
15 years.
This is the United States Department of Labor.
Reunion.
Yes.
You know, he's a public intellectual. He's a thinker. He's a provocateur, in addition to having been in the government.
How many terms?
My second term, so it's a little rough right now. But
You are just going to sail through. I have so much confidence in you. You're going to be great.
we got a tough year. Woo, tough year. But my
you,
secret weapon.
Yeah, but you'll bring me in, and that's the end of your career. It seems to me the real choice before us is either reform or very reactionary politics. As a student of history, I have seen this country again and again roll up its sleeves and put ideology aside and say, well, we want practical solutions, and let's get them.